We're joined today by Tom Reddicliffe, Executive Director of GreenTech Metals. Tom, thanks for your time.
Good to be here, David.
West Pilbara focused, battery metals is the thematic. What are the projects and why are they so compelling?
Well, look, I think the overarching thing is that the West Pilbara is a highly mineralised area, and we're seeing that on our tenements as well. We've, obviously got lithium there now, and the copper minerals as well, and we've also got some small resources of nickel. So all the important battery minerals are there, essentially in the one locality, and we've got a bit of each of them.
And importantly, a tier 1 location with great infrastructure.
Look, it's a fabulous place to work, I might say. Less than 2 hours flight out of Perth. It's fantastic. The great area to work is right on the coast. A lot of infrastructure and support, logistics support out of Karratha, and probably thanks to the iron ore industry. Bitumen roads everywhere. Most of our projects, within 50 k's or so of Karratha. So we've set up a fairly permanent base in Karratha and have teams working out of that. So great place to work.
And you do have a significant land holding surrounded by some of the hottest companies on the ASX at the moment.
Absolutely. Look, it's through good fortune or good luck or whatever, or good management even. We've got over 200 or 300 square k's there under tenure, and we got some big neighbours and who have had great success in the area, particularly Azura, of course, everybody knows about, with their developing their lithium deposit. But prior to that, of course, they'd made significant nickel discoveries in very, very close to where they were, and that's great news for everybody operating in the area. And of course, their success has opened the door to even bigger groups to come in, like SQM, Hancock, to get involved in the area, and everybody's looking around for a piece of land to explore on, and we're fortunate that we'd been there fairly early on and have got a great land position.
And significantly have strong mineralisation zones within that land position.
Yes, there is. It's been overlooked perhaps a little bit in the past. And it's the nature of the geological terrain there. You're getting all of these mineral deposits, highly mineralised, and they're there. The big deposits are waiting to be found.
From a lithium point of view, over 20 k's of strike. How do you explore that, and what are the type of results you are hoping to achieve?
Look, in a perverse way, that's one of our challenges. Is that where do you drill next? We've done very little drilling there. Up until now, and that is because with the Kobe occurrence, which is quite long, is where do you go? Where does it get thick? Where are the big tons? What is it doing below surface? And you're getting nice mineralisation at surface all the way along its strike. And on our tenure, that one specifically is 7 or 8 kilometres long. We want to be a little bit smarter about where we drill, and we've been doing, a lot of in-house work in the last 6 months as to how we attack it. Ideally, these things will flatten out, get thicker. That's what Azure found, and other people as well. And we're very conscious of that. At surface, it's relatively narrow, but we're not sure as to, what it will do underneath. We're trying to find a smart way to look at it, using geophysics and so forth.
From a copper point of view, you've got near-term development potential. Recently announced the transaction or agreement with Anax to potentially access their facilities. Why is that so important?
Yeah, look, I think one of the things, with the copper and deposits like Wandoo, which is one of our flagship projects for copper zinc, is economy of scales. Have you got sufficient tonnes to, get on the radar of investors? And Annex, are developing their project and have come up with a plan of a processing hub that could treat, resources that are in the essentially 100 kilometre or so orbit of their processing thing. So we've entered into an alliance with those guys. They're great guys to work with, and to see whether there's some synergy where, we could then move our deposit forward in a production sense to get that happening. Of course, there's already on care and maintenance, a processing plant just 10 kilometres from Wandoo at Radio Hill. That's owned by Artemis, and that's potentially another option for us. But Wandoo, great little deposit, series of VMS deposits, some large relatively untested targets there. We've got 6 million tonnes of mineral resource there, and we're now looking to drill in the very near future, in the next week or two, to start drilling some more at Wandoo to test some of these deeper targets, which we think may surprise us and add some significant resources to our inventory. And now we're very excited about this, to move this forward. And the annex option, we're exploring that to see whether that's the right option for us, okay, and that we could work together to develop these projects.
Where to from here? What should investors be focusing on from GreenTech over the next 6 to 12 months?
Look, we're going to be progressing both of our projects, and I know we've been a little bit quiet on our lithium, but we are moving forward with that as well. Great project, okay, and in a great area and very close to the Azure deposits. We've got a lot of pegmatite on the ground. Like I say, the challenge there was just where do we focus with our drilling, and there's going to be a news coming out of that soon. And of course our copper story, okay, so we'll be drilling, we'll be building up those resources, and we'll be looking at our plans with Annex. But let's not forget the nickel, of course. We've got a small nickel resource up in the Ruthwell area as well, and other opportunities to, not so much grassroots, but nickel targets to drill on some of our tenements there. And we'll be looking at those. It might be a contrarian view right now in terms of nickel, but we do have nickel targets there as well. So we'd like to think there's a lot of good news coming out when we get the drills turning.
Tier 1 location, busy neighbourhood, significant land holding, and drilling is the focus across a range of projects and a range of commodities. Exciting times ahead for GreenTech and its shareholders. Tom, thanks for your time.
Thank you.